Yo, 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 what's up, good people? What's up, good people? What's up? You are now in the no judgment zone. To all the places that I'm streaming: Facebook, my Facebook business page, Tailor Made Training for You, FIMP for my imperfect non judgmental people, 50 and over, Twitch, Twitter, my YouTube channel, Gwen's Boys Mindset. It streams there too. Just in case you don't check it out on here, you can go to the YouTube channel, check it out. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You are now in a no judgment zone, discussing topics with no judgment, discussing topics with no judgment. Listen, people, we ain't with the negativity, we ain't with the debates. We ain't telling you wrong and we right and we the oracle, everything, and me and Brandon perfect. It ain't nothing like that, man. So if you're gonna leave your comments, if you leave negative comments, we just gonna delete the comment and block your dud ass and just keep it moving. That's what we gonna do. We ain't with that negative stuff right here, man. We with positive reinforcement, being proactive in a positive way. If you in your feelings about something, leave that somewhere else and come back when you ain't in your feelings. We are now about to get started. I got my co-host. I got my boy Brandon Lampley. You know, we are talking about acceptance. So let's just dive into this thing. What is acceptance? Acceptance, if we want to go by Webster's dictionary, acceptance is the action of consenting or to receive or undertake something offered, to admit or acknowledge, to be accepting of responsibility. Acceptance, acceptance. I kind of talked about a little bit, I didn't talk about acceptance, but I talked about being a liar. So here's the thing. If we want change, if we want things to go in the right direction, we can't have the attitude that it's all about me, 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 me. You have to be accepting of constructive criticism. You have to be accepting how another person feels about an issue. You have to be accepting that, you know what, this person's got this person's got a heart. This person got feelings just like I got feelings. I can't just make everything about me. Am I always right? You got to accept the, you know what, maybe I do have an ego. Maybe I do have pride. Maybe I am tainted or dealing with trauma for how every man cheated on me and how every woman cheated on me, how every woman has made me come out my pocket and buy this and cater. You have to be accepting of things when they go wrong, and you have to be accepting of your mistakes. You have to be accepting of who you are. Brandon said it perfectly yesterday. You acceptance. You have to be, and that which that's what the title comes from. You have to be accepting of who you are until you accept who you really are. Change will not come into fruition for you until you accept, you know, maybe I need to start talking to men better. Change is not going to come until you accept that and start talking to men better. Until you accept, maybe I need to start talking to women better. Change ain't going to come until you start talking to women better. Maybe I need to stop assuming things. Maybe I need to realize perception isn't always reality. Maybe I need to get out of my own head. You have to accept your past, your mistakes. You have to accept who you are, and you have to be true to yourself. B, what you think about acceptance, man? What do you think, brother?
I just saw a clip from Steve Harvey, and he was telling the young lady, he was like, "Well, if you say all men are dogs, well, guess what? You're gonna meet all of them. You know, if you say I'm not going to be rich, most likely you won't. You say I want to get in the best shape of my life this year, likely possibility. You say, man, I'll never make the money I want to make. You probably won't. You know, so that right there in itself, except Nesco say it's so powerful how Sean says, "Dud as okay, let's go." The truth and change are Siamese twins. Facts. Yeah, truth and change are Siamese twins. Yeah, because once you accept yourself, it's very uncomfortable because then you have to admit your flaws and your faults. That's the toughest part about it is perfectly imperfect. You know, that's what it is. You know, you're unique. You're the only you. That's one thing I can say. You're not me. I'm not you. You'll never meet nobody else like me. You'll never meet another me because I'm the only me. I'm the only one walking this planet. That's Brandon Lampley. That's like Brandon Lampley. It's just what it is. Accept yourself for who you are. And then once you do that, you could build off of that.
Man. And it's so powerful, man. It's so powerful when you accept. It's almost like the brand that I'm pushing hard. The F what people think. When you accept who you are, Brandon said it, when you accept your mistakes, when you accept your faults and your shortcomings, when you accept that you are perfectly imperfect, man, you can get along with so many people so well. But when you are a type of individuals, you can point out everybody's fault, but as soon as someone points out your fault, you kind of get like offended. I'm like, hold on, man. I'm telling you, I'm sitting on this side, and this is what you show me. So you mean to tell me you can't accept how I feel, but you want me to accept how you feel about me? There's a lot of situations and circumstances that go along on those lines every day. Somebody having a conversation about it right now, that this person can point out all your faults, but they are never accepting of their own. They never see what they do. Because let me tell you something. My mom told me this, Sean, not all news about you ain't good news. Not all things that's supposed to be great about you ain't all that great.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If you're a real man and if you're a real woman, you will accept that tough love and grow to be better from it. But if you can't accept constructive, positive reinforcement of criticism, you gonna have a tough life, and you gonna have a lot of things that don't work out for you. Mom always taught me this, Sean, watch the patterns of people's lives. She says, Sean, have you ever met, do you know of any dudes who always say it's always the woman, it ain't never me? I be like, yeah. She say, Sean, them fools ain't accepted nothing about themselves. Or have you ever met women who say it's always the dudes and it's never me? Sean, they have not accepted who they truly are. Sean, check out the patterns. Now, Heifer, if you've been married 5 times and each dude, now I'm talking about every dude that left you and went to somebody else. So you really gonna piss down me and Brandon's back without even giving us the courtesy to call it rain, and you want us to buy in and to believe that. You got a pattern. Yeah. You got a pattern. Your pattern expose you. No matter what you tell me, Brandon, Robert, Johnny, you know what I'm saying, Lewis, Mike, Andy, no matter what do you tell all these dudes, your pattern exposes you. We hear what you're saying, but there you look at all these dudes left you for somebody else. All these dudes and men, they in happy relationship with somebody. It's them. So can I ask a question? How did they get these guys? How did they get these ladies then? I mean, if it's them, how did they get these ladies? Did you do anything wrong? You couldn't have rectified anything. You never talked slick out of your mouth. You never talked out the side of your neck. You never hit them with, one of these. I mean, you never did none of that. You never hit him with one of them. You ain't never hit him with none of that stuff. You never hit him. You never cursed him out. You ain't never do nothing. So you did everything right. My mom says, Sean, you got to really watch people, man. Sean, if you talk to somebody, she said, Sean, have you ever done it? I said, no, Mom, I never. She said, I have. She said, when that person is saying every person, I go right to the X. I'm like, okay, all right. God dang it. Man, why nothing is never where I needed to be when I need it? All right. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to put this close to the screen. This is a $20 bill. Can y'all see that? Ladies and gents and ladies, can y'all see that? Now, have you ever seen a bill that's one-sided? Have you? No. There's another side to it. You see that? So there's one side, there's the front, here's the back. My mom gave me the same illustration that I'm giving y'all, dub punk asses. My mom gave me the same illustration. She said, do you see this one side? And she kept flipping it. She just kept flipping it. I said, Mom, I didn't say this to her, but in my head, I said, Mom, I get the point. But she kept flipping it, like y'all are saying, okay, Sean, we get it. She said, Sean, there is no bill or no coin one-sided in life. I guarantee you, whatever story you hear from her, you go and talk to that dude, that thing gonna be an eye-opener. Whatever story you hear from him, she go and talk to that chick, it's gonna be an eye-opener. So what y'all need to start doing is coming to the table, stop lying, stop acting like you all of that in a bag of chips, because you're not. Quit acting like you're special, because you ain't. Because if you were, you would have already been a bridesmaid and not the bride. At least you'd have made it that far. You'd have been the bride. So if these jokers are going marrying other people and you don't even make it to the altar, listen, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I damn near can tell you I ain't the dumbest dude in the room. I may have been born tonight, but Sean wasn't born last night on Thursday, July the 28th at 2022 in the year. I mean, we got to make it make sense, good people. I mean, it's entertaining as hell, but we got to make it make sense. Be what you think, bro.
Absolutely. It's a whole nigga. Let's say when you accept the things about you, good and bad, it kills anything somebody else can point out about you. I love the scene in 8 Mile when Eminem took all the negative stuff they were going to say about him and said them himself. Oh, that was an amazing scene. He said, killed the entire vibe. Motherfuckers, people think, boom. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's always two sides to everything. And it's amazing, Sean. And this is not to take a shot at you ladies, but it's rare I hear, you know what? I messed that up. I had a good dude. I was wrong. You know, he did what he was supposed to do. You know, I wasn't in the right headspace. I did these things. It's you hear it. You do hear it. But
when you heard it, when'd you hear
it? I used to hear it. If they are like years later, they're older. I don't hear. I've never heard that from young women. Now I always hear that from older women.
The only woman I've heard that from, and I've heard it from a young lady that I'm not gonna mention her name. I got mad respect for her. Our families have history. She was real with me about something, and I ain't never heard. She's the only woman in her 40s that told me that. She's the only woman. And the second woman I heard that from was my mother. Now, B, I don't know how many women you heard that from. I've only heard it from 2.
I can count on one hand.
So, exactly. So, again, that's rare. That's a needle in a haystack trying to find. But my whole thing about it is I've only heard it from 2 women my whole entire life, which is pretty sad and pathetic. But I've only heard it from 2.
All the time.
You hear from dudes all the time. All the time.
I was a dog. I was this. Yeah. I was that. Hey, I cheated. I didn't do what I was supposed
lied.
to do.
I did everything. I lied. I didn't put all my mistakes out so much to it's like you can't even say what you gonna say. But I heard someone says once you own who you are, your past, your mistakes, no one can use those things against you. When they come against you about stuff you've already acknowledged that. I never said I had a halo over my head. I always said I know I messed up. I accept it. You mad because you ain't got nothing else because I've already accepted it.
Yeah.
You walk around like you perfect. You walk around like it's all about you. You walk around talking about I'm the prize. What's so prize winning about you? That's what I want to know. Ladies, please riddle me this. What is so prize winning about you? You ain't got no bad attitude. You ain't looking for nobody to cater to you. You ain't looking for nobody to do this and do that for you, take you on trips and bend you over balconies and spend all this money and all this stuff. So what is so prize winning about you? I just want to know. Inquiring minds
Yeah.
want to know. Somebody enlighten me? What am I winning?
Yeah.
What is Wayne Brady gonna pull behind the curtain on Let's Make a Deal? What am I getting? I just want to know. Inquiring minds want to know what's the prize. And I mean, I just want to know what is the prize, because from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, you a whole problem, and I don't mean that in a positive way.
Yeah.
Brandon, your turn, my friend.
I mean, and outside of laziness too, because by nature we're lazy. But outside of laziness, accepting that you are out of shape and overweight is one of the reasons why only 20% of the nation works out. They pushing, and we know who pushes body positivity. I'm not gonna go in on who does that, but they're pushing body positivity now and saying, oh, you're sexy at any size, healthy at any size, and all this. That's not accepting what's going on. Where are these? And I told my sister this the other night. I say, where are these people who push this going to be when you're up in age and you start having health problems? They're going to be nowhere to be found. And you're going to be sitting there stuck in that body while it's breaking down. And you're in pain, you're upset, you're sad, you're depressed because you don't look the way you want to look. And on top of you not looking the way you want to look, you're having all type of issues. You want to talk about acceptance? Accept that. I accepted that. I was like, yo, I got to change something, man. Right. Sean got me sore right now, dude. I was going upstairs yesterday, dog, after leg day, dude. I said, God dang it, Sean. I'm up there. It's like I was twerking a little bit walking up the stairs, man.
You weren't doing the twerk up the stairs?
Trying to get up the stairs.
Them legs was wobbling yesterday, huh, B?
Yeah.
Boy, you got that smoke yesterday, boy. You got all that work yesterday. Brandon was saying that. Hey, ladies, hey, look here, America. Brandon was saying that, boy. Hey, boy, this is that work today. This is that work.
Yeah. Yeah. But people don't want to accept that, Sean.
Yeah, don't want to eat it. You got to get that smoke, baby. But I'm telling you, people, I've learned through therapy. My therapists have told me, Sean, you got to accept your past, who you are, your mistakes, own them, talk about yourself. You know why, Sean? Because guess what? How many people are doing that themselves, about themselves? How many people are talking about all their mishaps, all their shortcomings, the things they lied about? Sean, you once you own them, Sean, that's a real person. Yep. Sean, how many real people do you have in that you really know? I said, I got this many right here. They all are like me. They accept who they are. They don't paint a perfect picture as if they the prize and all this other stuff. You come on, man. You can be a problem to be dealt with. You can be not so easy to get along. You know what I'm saying? If you're a dude, you could be, listen, I'm gonna put it out here. I know I'm a dick sometimes. I know that. But how many women gonna say, you know what? I know I could be a bitch. How many gonna say that?
Yeah.
Not that many. So if you know that you can be difficult sometimes don't you think you need to bring that down a couple notches? Sometimes when that person points out the errors within you, can't you just acknowledge that? You know what? You're right. I need to do better. Because if you was doing everything right and a person says something about that what you're not doing, why would you take offense to it when it's true?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would you?
You have to be accepting of that.
Absolutely, you do. It's like I said, we understand people. It's tough to do. It doesn't feel great. You have to admit that you're less, especially with women. You have to admit that you're less than perfect. We get it. As a guy, it's not as tough because, like, we talk about it all the time. We're pretty much told we ain't shit from the door. Like, that's just what it is. They're like, hey, you don't have this. You don't look this way. You're not this. oh, you act like this, you do this. Yeah, you ain't crap anyway. So I mean, with a guy, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, because you could take the perfect man, like for example, everybody can relate to celebrities and how celebrities are, and their relationships, even though they live a different life and a different lifestyle, their relationships are real. So take Devon Franklin and Megan Good when they got married. Megan Good was in these streets. Just be honest, she was in these streets, being with whoever, and then she married a minister. She married a pastor. She did what and you want to marry a God-fearing man. He was tall, handsome, God-fearing man. Seemed like the perfect man, right? Dude, they divorced, and the women were dragging this dude for filth. I say, well, God dang, if Devin Franklin ain't the guy, then who is? I mean, if this is a holy man, this is a pastor. He ain't call out her name. He ain't said nothing. He defended her when people were going at her. The lady was talking about her attire and what she wear, and he defended her. He's always defended her. But now that it's over, dude, they drag him in the comments. They tell me he might be gay, and I'm like, wow. So as a guy, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And what a lot of dudes do, they feed into the dark side after that. They're like, well, shoot, if you gonna think I ain't crap anyway, so how about I just be that way?
Right.
And that's when that's when dudes accept the other side.
Right. I mean, and it's easy, man. And because I've been on that dark side, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. That dark side is like some black tar just pulling your behind down. It's hard to unravel yourself from that dark side of things. But once you get from up out of that, boom, you up out of it. But you got to be accepting of who you are. Listen, once you're accepting of who you are, the right people are going to come in your path, and they are going to be accepting of who you are, even if you've had people in your life for years who aren't accepting of who you are. When you got people in your present who aren't accepting of who you are, now it's time for them to go. Push them to the side, because for the real people to come along and be like, you know what, I know everything. I've heard you, da 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 da. You know what, I like that. You put your stuff on out there. You just put your balls out there. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I can rock with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this is a real individual. And I can tell you, people, let me tell you something, man. Real, genuine, authentic, transparent, that is rare in this world.
Yeah.
It's very rare. And if you have that type of person, hold on to them. Do not, again, I said it in my healthy tip of the day. Things are replaceable. You can always replace things. People with good heart, who are real and transparent and just raw and authentic in themselves, them people you can't replace.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you this, you're going to find more fakeness in your life than you're going to find real.
Yep.
Y'all going to marry fakeness. You're going to be involved with fakeness. But here's the thing. Truth is the new hate speech, which I stole from my brother Lynn. I've been running for that. The minute I heard him say that, I said, ooh, man, they hit me right in the throat. It's so true. Truth is the new hate speech. Truth is a new hate speech in marriages. Truth is a new hate speech in relationships. Truth is the new hate speech on social media, in friendships, in families. Truth is the new hate speech. Now, if I'm telling you everything you want to hear, talking out of my rectum, you okay. But the minute I start being truthful with you, now you got a whole problem with me. But here's the thing. If this is what I see, and I'm experiencing this with you, I'm not backing down with that. We either going to talk about it like two grown people, or we just going to part ways, because I don't want to deal with somebody who can't even see the errors in their ways, because they walk around with that perfect halo on their head. Because you're not perfect. None of us are perfect. And B, let me tell you something, man, and I'm going to let you take the mic. I posted something on my TikTok that when you disrespect yourself, when you walk around thinking that nobody's going to hurt you, nobody's going to harm you, nobody's going to do you wrong, everybody's going to be perfect. And I put in there, real relationships aren't perfect and perfect relationships ain't real. This lady blasted me. She had 4 long paragraph comments. I read all her comments. Then, I'm not going back and forth with internet gangsters. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I read them, didn't comment, didn't like them. I just deleted her dud ass because I know she coming from a place of hurt and pain. All men are dogs. She been dogged out, cheated on, lied to. Probably got dude and took money from all kind of stuff. She coming from a
Stole a
place
mama
of
car.
yeah, everything. Her bike and everything. Her lunch, everything. So I know she coming from a place of hurt and pain. So I'm not going to entertain that
Yeah.
because you see people who lash out and people in a negative way all the time because they still hurting and pain over something that they haven't healed from. And
Yeah.
you can't entertain those people, man, because those people are still hurting and they've got healing that they need to actually go through. So I just deleted her, blocked her, so she didn't have to comment on no more of my TikTok stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you got people out there that's like that, man, and they're gonna take offense to that truth.
Yeah. And that's to tell people when you do this, when you go on this path, be prepared for the hate.
Oh yeah,
Be prepared for people just like that, because once you accept yourself and then you do live in your truth and you're unabashed about it, the
right.
people who haven't are going to be just like that. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
react that way. They're going to be
Mm-hmm.
all in their feelings or whatever, like it got something to do with you. Man, that don't have
Right.
nothing to do with me.
No.
Whatever that was she put on your page, she couldn't give it to who she wanted to give it to.
Right.
They say
Right.
all the time, it's we don't it's rare that we pop off at the people who actually cause the hurt. We retaliate to the people that cause the hurt. Usually it's
Mm-hmm.
those around us that get it, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So like your parents, they go through something, whether it's work or personal or whatever. The kids sometimes get the brunt of that frustration. You
Oh
know, it
yeah.
just is what it is, you know. See, and let's say boot that dud ass out your life now. To my fact, Sean, truth is the new hate speech. He
It
said, I
is,
don't
bro.
debate with those duds either. I politely tell them you should have been swallowed.
Oh, this.
Silly. But yeah, man,
All right.
it's to the point where now, and it's amazing. It's not a lot of people out there that are willing to accept themselves. Because one thing about the sweet lies, it's much better than the bitter truth. And that's what most people live in. Most people want to live in, they want to be in the matrix. They want that this fake steak that tastes real. They want to keep eating that steak. They know it's not real. They know it's not, but you know what? Nah, I'm just go ahead and keep doing this because this is what I want to do. This is my life. This is what I live. And I'm afraid to step out of the norm and step out of, what I've normally done. I don't know who came up with the saying. They say, wherever it is that you're uncomfortable, take a chair, sit there, and get comfortable.
Mm.
Not a lot of people are willing to do that, getting out of your comfort zone. So you got people now, Sean, that ever since the pandemic, they ain't even leaving the house.
Oh yeah.
They ain't leaving the house. They don't want to be around people. They just, and they're afraid, whether they're afraid or whatever, and it's a scary prospect for them. It's a scary thing to be the living your truth. It's a scary thing to upset other people, because you do have those people who are people pleasers and they don't want to upset other people. They just kind of want to go with the flow, whatever
Right.
the consensus argument is. They're going to go with that because they don't want to stand out. And they may have opinions that are opposed. I'll tell anybody, you want to bring me on your platform, just know that I'm going to have quotes that's going to get me canceled. That's just what it is, because I'm not going to mince words. I'm going to tell you the truth. And it's not going to be anything hateful
Right.
or spiteful. I'm just going to tell the truth. So if you don't want me telling the truth, don't bring me on.
Yeah. I love that, man. And B, I tell people all the time, and I talk about this all the time. You have no idea how long it took me to get to this truthful path. We talking about 40 something years, man. I had, once my mom died, man, I was like, man, I'm done, man. I'm done. Because I went through something within that period that I don't know if I didn't pay it attention in the past, but it's crazy, man. When you go through something so devastating, your eyes it's like, everything was heightened. My soulful eyes was heightened. My soulful ears was heightened. My mental mindset was heightened. And I saw things and people for who they were. And I remember before I was getting out the limo, walking to where we were getting ready to put my mother in the ground, and I heard a voice. He said, you've lost your mother. I got you, but you finna lose a whole lot more. I'm finna take you through something where it's going to change your perspective. I'm going to put you in a place on purpose that you're going to live in a truth. You're going to be truthful for the first time in your life. I mean, you're going to be really, really truthful. And you're going to lose a lot of supposedly friends and loved ones. It's true.
Yeah.
I never lost so many people in a year's time by totally changing, being in transparency. And I'm like, and I think losing my mom was so devastating. I'm like, you know what? And I went through things that I thought the people that were supposed to be there wasn't going to be there, and the people who I never thought was going to be there that was there. It was one of those things. And now I'm like, I'm in this. And I remember talking to my therapist about it. She said, you're going through a transparency, what was the proper way that was said? You're going through a transition of transparency.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens when something devastating happened to you, or maybe you almost lose your life. Now you move indifferent. There's something life altering that happens that totally changes the dynamic in a 360 to where you're no longer that person. Now you're living in a whole truth. And when I say it moves everybody, I've lost relationships over just being who I am. And I'm like, man. And me and my brother talked about it. I said, Lynn, you know what? People love me more when I lied.
Yeah.
And when I lied continuously, everybody loved me. And I said, man, my life is so lonely now in truthfulness than it was when I was lying constantly. And I was like, and then God said, you know why? I want you to stay in that truth. I'm taking you somewhere. And the journey I'm taking you, everybody ain't going to be tough enough to go down that path with you. The people that stick with you, I am placing them there permanently. They are never going to get off your train. Why? Because they believe in you. They have bought in. And realness is something that they have been thirsty for because they are tired of fakeness. People who want to hear everything they want to hear and want to be kind of coddled and just and they just want to hear what they want to hear. Those people, Sean, can't go on this path with you. Only the people who are gravitating towards something different, something rare, something authentic, something that they don't see on a daily basis, those are going to be your people. That's going to be your tribe. So I'm weeding out the fakes because I need you to see them for what they are. They were fake since day one. They pretended to be something that they're not. And he has been taking me on this journey. And when I say he's been weeding them out, knocking them down like dominoes, bro, he taking them up out of here, man. And it's a lonely journey. Yeah. It's a journey that I really, if I'm being real with you, my younger brother, I don't like this. I don't like this bullshit shit at all. I miss having a lot of people, having all these different outlets
Sean,
and stuff.
You know what it is? And I came to this conclusion the other day, Sean. I'm glad you said this. Right. You miss being in the Matrix.
Miss being in the Matrix.
You miss being asleep.
Right.
You miss being a non-playable character, Sean. You miss that. Because that's where it's most comfortable. That's where everybody is. Nobody wants to be alone. Everybody wants to be in that gaggle of people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what you miss. And I said that. I was like, dude, I miss that. I miss the ignorance. I do.
Right.
I do.
Right.
Because now that I have what I have now, it's almost like a burden because I can't go back now and I can't unsee the things that I've seen. I can't look at things like I used to look at them now. Everything is different now. And it's frustrating too, Sean. You know this. It's frustrating because you're looking at stuff a different way. You're looking at it a certain way, and you're telling people like, "Hey, this is this way. It's not the way you think you see it," and they can't see it. and you're like, dude, you can't see this? It's right here in front of us. You can't see this? Dude, am I going crazy? Am I the only one seeing this? God damn it, you can't see what I'm seeing? I'm trying to show you this, and you can't see it. That's the frustration.
Right. It is, man. And it's and but he told me, he said, you're gonna be the path I'm taking you on, you're gonna be the loneliest you've ever have been. You're gonna be around people and still be alone. You know why? Yeah. Because that's not where I want you to be. I'm going to take things away deliberately. I'm going to. It's not going to align up. The people that align up with you are going to appreciate your mental mindset and way of thinking. They are going to be like, the way you think, Sean, is a breath of fresh air. And all the people who love fake stuff, love, smoke blown up their ass, so to speak, yeah. I'm going to move them people away from you on purpose. You may have one or two that may come back into the fold once they get their heads from dismantled from their rectums. They may come back, but it may be a 50-50 shot. So this me and the big man just having a conversation. I'm telling him I don't want this. I'm telling this, listen, I ain't got time for this. But you going on this path anyway because this is your destiny. Because you didn't lie so much. Now, I want you to really feel what it's like to tell the truth, stand on it, be unapologetic about it. People are going to say, oh, you could have said it like this, or you could have said it like that. You need to be tactful enough. He said, where do I say in my word that it has to be tactful? It's supposed to be raw. It's supposed to be straight, no chaser. You can't dilute truth. Once you dilute truth, now it's a lie. Yeah. A half lie, half truth ain't nothing but a lie. Half truth is nothing but a drink that's been chased with something. So if she ain't woman enough to handle the truth, and if he's not man enough to handle the truth, they are not meant to be on the Taylor train. Point blank, simple. Let them go with what they're accustomed to. And I'm going to point this out. Men, a lot of us have been so hurt so badly, so tainted, so taken advantage of, so emasculated. We can have a great, amazing woman right in front of us, but we done been through so much crap with these little girls that we can't even acknowledge or recognize the real woman that's standing right in front of us. She's easy to get along with. She's going to cook for us. She's going to cater to you. You'll never have to worry about putting an appointment in to have a sex visit or whatever the case may be. She's never going to be she's going to let you shine. She's not going to be trying to have a dick measuring contest with you. She's not going to be bringing in that past because she knows she's got enough common sense to compartmentalize. My past ain't got nothing to do with this dude. And vice versa. Women have been through so much with these little boys, that when a real man comes in their life that he is 100% transparent, giving them that truth, and they say they wanted something real, they wanted a real man, they can't deal with him. Now they got to you got to send them back to the community so they can deal with the soft dudes that's going to blow smoke up their ass and tell them everything they want to hear.
Yep.
A real man, my mom has always said that a real man is never going to tell a woman everything she needs to hear. A real man is going to check her when it is time for her to be checked. And a real woman is going to be accepting it. She said, little girls give levels of resistance once that real man checks her. Little girls go toe to toe with that real man. Little girls give attitude. Little girls don't cook. Little girls don't want to do this. Little girls don't want to do that. Little girls ain't going to fight for you. The minute you do one or two things, you out of there.
Yep.
Little girls ain't got no fight from them, brothers. And women, little boys ain't got no fight in them either. Get you somebody who going to get in the ring with you, who going to be in the trenches with you, who going to take them grenades with you. Get you somebody gonna fight for you. Get you somebody who gonna show you you are worth fighting for. I done gave up on everything else in my life, but I'm fighting for you. And vice versa.
Yep.
Accept
Yep.
that.
Yep. Accept it. Said, talking about, yes, Brandon, good one. Say, tell the truth, B is needed in this world. Truth is brutal. What up, Lisa Reed? He say, this country is being torn apart because they decided to elect the lying narcissist, deadass to the highest seat in the world. Now the truth and democracy is under attack right before our eyes. I got mine. Hallelujah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like either side in this, but I don't like the Democrats either. So, but we ain't gonna get no political stuff because the Republicans are one way, Democrats are one way. It's the same bird. They just got it's the different wing. So you got the right wing, which is the Republicans. You got the left wing, which is the Democrats. It's two sides of the same coin. They both are out to get you. One is
Right.
in your face about it, and they're unapologetic about it, which is a guy like Trump. He's letting you know in your face, hey, I don't like you. But the other side, who y'all like, they're behind your back. They don't like you, but in your face, they're like, hey, come on, be with us. So
Right.
I don't like either side.
Right. They both shade tree.
Both.
But one thing I can say about Trump, I mean, he said he said what he
told
was.
the truth.
He told the truth. And
I'd rather deal with that.
Listen, man, I'm at the point in my life, I'd rather be with people who made a million mistakes, own them and accept them, opposed to being with everybody, being with a bunch of people who acting like they perfect, they ain't never done anything wrong. I don't want to be at a table with a bunch of snakes. I'm sorry, I don't. I want to be. Can I be around the perfect imperfect people? Where y'all at? Can we be friends?
Yeah.
Can we be friends? I want to be associated with the perfectly imperfect people. And I told a friend of mine this. I said, you know why? You know why I relate to people from the streets? I relate to drug dealers and people been in jail and stuff like that because I done been there. The streets is going to accept me more than a straight-laced person. And that's just truth.
That is true.
The streets are accepting because the streets know the streets is even blemished. The streets know the streets is imperfect. The streets know the streets is is not straight lines, it's crooked. So the street is going to accept anybody with idiosyncrasies, flaws, or imperfections. A straight-laced person is going to be judging me from the word go. And if they're not judging me, they're going to judge me later. They're going to nitpick me, blah, 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 blah. Give me somebody who done been through, give me somebody who's going to be accepting of my imperfections. Let that be my friend. Let that be my camp. Because this brother is perfectly imperfect. Who's going to accept me for where I am and not stand and not tear me down where I stand? Give me that person who's going to. So I'm always going to relate to the streets before I relate to somebody straight-laced because they, just like Brandon say, they going to smile in your face and talk behind your back. Like the OJ say, backstabbers, backstabbers, they smile in your face. All the time want to take your place. Them backstabbers, man. Yeah. Hey, I don't want them backstabbers. At least I know with Trump, I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to get with that dude.
Yeah, I'd rather you spit in my face than to spit in my lemonade and smile in my face.
Boy, now if that wasn't a perfect analogy, I don't know what else it is, boy. That was good.
At least I know, like, man, I don't want to deal with that dude because he's spitting people's face. But this dude smiling in my face, steady spitting in my lemonade, man. Come on.
It's like give me the friend like Terrence Howard was in The Best Man, and Morris Chestnut said, "You know what? Ain't no changing that food, but at least he's honest.
Honest.
You know, at least he's honest. That's what I can say about most people.
Yeah.
And you got your best friend that ran all up in your woman in college. Yeah. So give me the dude. People have talked about some of my friends. I'm like, listen, you can say whatever you want to say about my boy, but that's my dude, $100,000, and he is who he is, and he is who he is, and he ain't denying it. That's my dude. I'm not gonna stop being his friend because you want me to be a friend with one of your uppity Brooks Brothers suit wearing stick up their asses type dude. No, I'm not, dude, man, I'm not gonna do that because me and that dude can have a conversation. The minute I tell him something that, oh, I was like, oh, you were locked up before, oh, man, I had a dude straight lace, straight up. Dude didn't know me from he knew of me, but I was dating this chick one time, and I got my tattoos and everything. Dude, straight up in my face. He was a big, I don't know, a principal or something like that. One of them. I call them part-time brothers. You know them part-time brothers. He a part-time brother. And I'll break down the part-time brother with y'all in another segment. You got full-time brothers, and then you got part-time brothers. And those part-time brothers is like Ice Cube said in F the Police. And yeah. Well, but there's a part in that he said F the that he was talking about the brother. But anyway, we'll get into the part-time brother. So he was a part-time brother. He said, "Hey, so where you served your prison time at?" I looked at him, right? She was walking up. And boy, when I said I let into that Negro with everything I had. And I straight up said it. Facebook may ban me for this or whatever. I finna say it. I said, nigga, the hell you think you talking to? He said, oh, I said, oh, muscles and tattoos mean I just got out of San Quentin last week. I said, I ain't never been to prison, but let me tell you, since you all up in my business, I done been all up in a lot of jails, nigga. So there you go. But I don't automatically think I just came from prison yesterday because I got muscles and tattoos and I look like I'm finna jack you or something because I got muscles and tattoos.
Yeah.
I sat up and talked to him, man, and here come a girl walking up. Oh, Sean, I can't believe you said what you said. I said, man, what's wrong with you? You want me? I ain't that fake dude. I said, ain't you tired of these fake dudes? Get you a fake dude. Get you a soft dude, man, who ain't gonna, who people can step on his toe and he ain't gonna say ouch. I'm not passive.
Yeah.
Gwen ain't make me that way. Gwen said I ain't raised no weak boys to grow up to be weak men. And that's the problem. I tell women all the time, be careful what you ask for because when you get it, you may not be able to handle it. Quit saying you want a real man. Just say, take the real out. Just say you want a man that's going to treat you. Don't say you want a real one because that real one is real 24/7.
Yeah.
It don't turn off. Least you know he ain't going to look you in the face and just straight up outright look you in the face every time and just go along with everything you say. Why would you want to? Real men, you can't walk over, ladies.
Yeah.
God ain't make them that way. You got real men and you got the powder puff boys.
Mm-hmm.
Just get you a powder puff boy and y'all ride off into the sunset together. And you can walk around him. You can beat him in the face. You can slap him. He ain't gonna never call the cops. You can do whatever you want to. Get you a powder puff boy because you ain't strong enough to handle a real man. He gonna be too strong for you.
Yep.
Get you a man that you can run over.
Yeah, say Democrats could do better, but I'll never side with the known ass who's comfortable with being an ass. I'll take the one who knows they're an ass. Right, that's what we're saying. We want the ones who know. We don't want you to deny it. They're willing to change or change is possible. That's democracy or Democrat. People are people. It still tastes like lemonade. Hey, you do what you do. Hey, because I'm conservative on some things and I'm liberal on other things. That's just That's what it is. I'm not all straight, all this one way, all that one way. No. Right. And then at the end of the day, it's not about your race or nothing like that anymore. It's about money. It's about money today. I mean, that's when I realized it all comes down to money now. I say, oh, this race stuff is just a distraction.
Oh yeah, that's all it is. That's a diversion. That's a smokescreen.
Mm-hmm. That's to keep you in your feelings and your emotions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To keep you distracted from the bigger picture.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's all about
while you up here siding with this one, side with that one, they just taking the money. They just getting the money. They pumping that money out your behind. That's what they're doing. See, but no
Oh yeah.
people. That's the truth. Nobody wants to accept right there. No, they rather hear this side is for me or that side is for me. You want to talk about real acceptance? How about you accept none of them are for you? How about that? How about that? Especially your VP who changes ethnicities throughout the week.
Mm.
Mm, mm,
You ain't
mm.
boy. He ain't go there on them, did he? Oh my God, they
Mm.
gonna
I
ban.
heard,
They gonna ban us for real.
and I ain't gonna take your stuff, but I heard Dr. Umar Johnson say to about she black 20% of the week. I bowed down when I heard that. I say,
Oh my
I say
God.
you can't call him a liar. You say
Oh my
Lisa Reed
God.
say not all women can handle strength. Absolutely
Nope.
not, man.
No, Miss Reed. Gwen taught me that one a long time ago. She said, "Baby, only the real woman gonna appreciate that. The real woman gonna when you strong, she gonna smile and be like, ooh, I love that. The real woman gonna be
Mm-hmm.
like, I love that. Do say that again. That's the real woman who gonna be appreciative of a man who stands in his strength. But he ain't gotta you ain't gotta. He's gonna he's gonna be strong enough, but not far left of being just totally blankly disrespectful. You know. So again, man, you have to be accepting of who you are. You have to be accepting of what's in your circle. You have to be accepting um, for what type of friends you have. You got to be accepting. You got to be accepting for what you are, and don't deny it. You can't get better, and you can't change from denying truth. And don't run away from what you're afraid of. Embrace the fear. Embrace the truth about you. Embrace your flaws. Embrace whatever is wrong with you, and work on it. Once you
Yeah,
embrace it and accept it, all you can do is get better from now. But when you stay in that realm of denial, you ain't never gonna get better.
yeah.
Mm,
One
yeah,
thing my mom always said that I didn't get till I was older, and my grandmother, some of my grandmother said too, get till I was older, and she always say about me or say it to me or say about my little brother is that you can't do what those people in the street do. You know, you can't do what everybody else does because you're not like them. You're different. You have a different
exactly.
calling on you. You have a different anointing on you. So, and you have to accept that you're going to be miserable trying to be like everybody else, and that's what it was. Trying to be like everybody else, misery. It's absolute misery. You know, because you lose yourself, you lose your identity, and you go
Right.
along with the crowd. But once you stand out from it, you're gonna lose people. You're gonna get hate. You gonna hey, I don't have a ton of close friends. I got a ton of associates. I got a lot of people who I know, but none of them I would never claim them like, oh yeah, we buddies and we do that. No, it's only a handful of people, you know, that I would deal with on that type of level. The rest is just like, oh yeah, I see him. You know,
Right.
once I started that. No, but before, you know, like, oh yeah, everybody, man, a people person, yeah, let's do it.
Hmm.
Now, no, because I know I'm not for everybody. And that's another acceptance. Accept that you're not everybody's cup of tea.
Oh
Except
yeah.
that not everybody's gonna like you.
Hmm. Hmm. That is powerful right there, man. And the thing about that is be that this acceptance thing is something that was always drilled in my head, man, from my mom, my aunt, my grandmother. They used to always tell me, Sean, you want everybody to be your friend. You want everybody to like you. You can't call everybody friend. I mean, they've been telling me that since I was a kid, man. And I did. I just wanted to be, I just wanted to be one of the cool kids. You know what I'm saying? And then you just go through things and you live 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 and you're like, man, this world ain't what I thought it was. These people aren't what I thought they were. You know what I'm saying? So you have to accept that. You have to accept, man, that whatever didn't work out, it didn't work out. Whatever friend you lost, you lost. Whatever clique you're not in no more, you're just not in that clique. And what
Yeah.
Brandon said, once you remove yourself, I've took myself totally out of the equation. And I took myself and I was clowning. I used the analogy. I was talking to somebody. I told him, I said, I took myself out of the Waxonville equation.
Mm-hmm.
There's Waxonville and Sean he's right here on this island. I just politely just picked my own stuff and took myself and put myself right here. So when people say, "Oh, this and that," I'm like, I ain't involved in that. I don't know what's going on, man. I just live here. I really don't know what's
Yeah,
going on. I just,
yeah,
it's a, you know, I just, hey, I don't, I'm not in the now. I'm sorry, I'm not in the know. I mean, I don't, you know, I just stay to myself, man. I said because, you know, I had to accept the fact that I think so differently that it's only rare that a few people get my thought process. So once I took myself out of the Waxenville equation, now I got perfect just solitude, just peace because I've just taken myself out of the equation. And sometimes you have to accept who you are. And once you start accepting who you are, you're gonna realize, yeah, man, I'm gonna spend a lot of time by myself. I'm gonna be lonely a lot, but I'm okay with that. A lot of people are not okay with that. They gotta have somebody around them. I tell people, listen, I go to my movies by the move to the movies by myself all the time. I can eat by myself. I can do anything myself. I can entertain myself. I can actually sit, laugh by myself, and
yeah,
be perfectly fine. I don't have to be in the now because man, people aren't people aren't what they used to be. And then there is so much fakeness out here. It's the world is so saturated with fakeness, you don't know what's real and you don't know what's fake until you create a type of bond with them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because real people don't move like fake people, and fake people don't move like real people. And you have to accept that fact.
yeah.
We have to accept that.
They say the Lisa Reed says the right one's always going to have your back. Absolutely. Ness say it's always been about money. The ones who have want to keep it from those who don't have it. But until you can change the game, by all means, learn how to play the game. There is no sideline, and that's what I'm glad you said. That's crazy. That's because I was just about to say that. I'm saying what people don't realize is that everybody's at the game. Not
Mm-hmm.
everybody's playing, but everybody's at the game. You either in the stands, you're either sitting on the sideline, you selling concessions, whatever. What those elites and those people higher up want you to do is not play the game. They want you to be a spectator. They don't want you
Right.
to learn the game, and they don't want you to play it. So you either be a spectator, you be on the sideline, or you play the game. You have to play the game. Learn how to learn what to get. Learn the game before you go out there and get your chest caved in, and get your chest broke, and get your dome rocked. Learn how the game is played, and then play it accordingly, man.
That's it. Life ain't nothing but a game of chess, man.
That's it.
And in life, like Gwen used to say, you either playing checkers, or you playing chess.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, I mean, it is, man. It is, man. And life is just a game. And sometimes once you get hip to the game, and people who think they playing you in the game, you they find out later. No, I ain't play them as much as I thought I was gonna play them. That person right there was in the game the whole entire time.
mm-hmm.
I couldn't even play them because I played myself. And a lot of people in the game of life, they are playing themselves on a daily basis.
Daily basis, daily
You don't
basis,
you don't want to play yourself.
and then you'll lose. And one of the reasons you lose friends is because when people see you can't be played and taken advantage of, they disappear.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You're a threat now. You're a
Mm-hmm.
threat because now, especially if you can see through their veil, if you can see through the games and you can see through the fake and the phony, those people are going to stay away because you looking at them like, I know exactly what you are. Yeah, go
Right.
ahead, bring that over there so I can bust it up because I know
Right.
exactly what it is. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna blow that play right up, man. And people get offended, man, and people find you difficult because you can't be easily played.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you're running. You in zone coverage. Watch this play. Yeah. Oh, you man to man. I see what it is.
Okay,
Yeah. Watch this.
we finna blow this play right on up.
Right up. Oh, that's off tackle. I see that. Running back, he gonna swing out the backfield on the wheel route. I already see it coming. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What's your final thoughts, B? We're gonna wrap it up.
So final thoughts. I mean, just accept yourself. Like I said yesterday. I mean, you won't be able to start the healing process. You won't be able to start um, true growth until you accept what you already are. Because once you accept what you already are, you'll be able to see where you are. That's one of the keys to accepting is then you find out where you are. Then you can get a truthful measure of where you are in life and wherever it is you want to improve on. Then you can find out, okay, I'm on this level and I see that level and this is the level I want to get to. But until you accept exactly where you are and figure it out, you won't be able to get to the level you want to.
Mm, that's powerful, B. That's powerful. True change comes through true acceptance. And if you want true change for the better in your life, you must you must take the responsibility of true acceptance. Not just true acceptance of where you are, but true acceptance of your past, the things that went wrong, the things that you did wrong, your mistakes, the things that you said. You have to accept all of that. And once you accept your past, it is what it is. You can't cry over spilt milk. You can't unscramble the eggs. They already scrambled. It's done. You got to accept that. You have to move on from that. Now accept yourself in the present and move on. Because if you don't accept yourself in the present, you can't move on to the future.
Yeah.
You gonna be stuck right there in the matrix forever. Why? Because you're afraid of change. You're afraid of challenge. And true acceptance. True acceptance never comes from a place of choosing easy. True acceptance, when you have true acceptance and responsibility of that acceptance, it's going to come from a place of hard,
Yeah.
never easy. And everybody, please be self-aware of people who are looking for easy.
Yep.
That is the weakest person on the team, and that's going to cause your whole team to lose. If you want somebody on your team, you want somebody who's going to be a gladiator in the game, in the battle. You don't want
Yeah.
nobody who want easy because they ain't going to be there for you or the team when it's time for that fourth quarter and it's clutch time. That energy
Yep.
they had in the first quarter, they ain't going to have that energy in the fourth quarter. They're not going to bring that same energy. So you got to be mindful of that. And you got to put that in all realms of your life. Friends, people you meet, all these things. You got to see if that's a four. You got to make sure that that person is a 4-quarter person. They're going to be there for the whole 4 quarters and they're going to bring that energy each quarter. But until you're accepting, you got to be accepting in a place of hard, not never in a place of easy because there's no change there. No change comes from easy. Change always comes from hard because that's where your growth comes from.
Yeah.
So, B, tell the people how they can find you, brother.
So last comment, let's say one key note about the game: the outcome of the game affects everybody.
Mm,
They say that's what the crooks want to manipulate. They don't want everybody to benefit from the outcome. That's why we march to enable not to be manipulated. We marched
mm-hmm,
back then for the changes that everybody's benefiting from today. We are soldiers. Absolutely, that's the
mm-hmm.
thing. Yeah, you sitting idly by, letting it pass you by, and you let other people determine your fate.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you better pick up the sticks. You better get it going. Just what it is, man. But
You
hey,
have to.
Brandon Lampley on all social media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Brandon Lampley. You can find me on all those platforms. Twitch, all of that.
Yeah, man. Listen, thanks for everybody who support us, follow us. Please leave your comments. Please like and subscribe to my boy Brandon. Please like and subscribe to Gwen's Boy Mindset YouTube channel, man. We're really trying to do something here. Hey, listen, man. Keep it positive up there, man. And like I always say, I'll start judging people once I'm perfect too. But since this brother is in no way of ever becoming perfect in no shape, form, or fashion, you'll not have to worry about me ever judging you. We will catch you next time. Everybody have a safe weekend. Remember, love is love, people. Love is love. We'll catch you on the flip. Peace.
Peace.